We never set out to create Changeling as such. It's a follow-on from Another Room, and I was playing around with effects, samples, a number of things, and a track that we came up with, and I came up with, was crying out for a bass line, and it was actually more of a trancey sort of track, and there was a big build-up to it, and I wanted a bass line to capture something at the end, and that was when we thought, Changeling, that is the bass line we need. So from that moment, I then started to play around with it even more, and then we built it up even further, and then it became the demo that I then sent to George and Gordy. And that arrived on the back of the Hydro show for the Simple Minds DVD, where we met up and we discussed Another Room, the downloads, the hits on YouTube, and how well it had been received. And on the back of that, Gordy happened to mention that Changeling was his favourite Simple Minds song as well. So I then said, well, I've had this idea, and George was just fantastic. He said, come on, send it up. You know, we'll see what we can do. And so that's what I did. So I sent it up, and I would say that within a couple of weeks, the nucleus of what you've now heard as a Changeling song had been put together. So the fact that I was in Devon, miles away from George and Gordy up here in Glasgow, was irrelevant. We're just sending files to and fro, and that's what happened. So yeah, and I couldn't do it without technology. The original Simple Minds sounds, I've always been fascinated by them, but not just them, other sorts of musical sounds as well. And what MIDI has enabled me to do is just recreate some of those melodies, some of those iconic tunes, and just try and recreate them in a new sort of way with the effects that you can do these days. And I never consciously set out to cover a Simple Minds song at all. All I did was make music that I enjoyed listening to. And the reason we're here now is because I shared that with some fans, Simple Minds fans on the road. When we first put this together, the intention was never there to create a track for other people to share in such a way. It was purely put together for my own enjoyment, and then George and Gordy got involved as well and created it for their enjoyment. It's other people such as yourself that have given us the encouragement to take it a bit further again. So it's weird, but we never actually decided this is what we're going to do. I look back at Another Room, and with that track, I had no idea it would end up where it did. And when I listened to the original demo, that was just me in my little rig that I've got set up, playing along and creating something. So for other people to actually like it, and then for George and Gordy to take it somewhere else and make it really special, and then for people to actually request a download was just absolutely nuts. That's incredible. So again, with Changeling, we never had this idea of we need to have another hit, another song coming out at all. It was just a natural progression from some other ideas that I've been working on, and this is the one that came up next. So yeah, it's fantastic.
City where the mask, a private hell, a secret city.